What's going on, y'all? Hey, so I'm just getting home. I just went out with a friend of mine. It was his 36th birthday. We're celebrating his birthday. Went out to the bar, had some drinks, and watched some football. Nice group of friends got together and had a good time, and that prompted a conversation. What life is like going out in your 30s? Yes, that is right. Life is different going out in your 30s. And what I like to do is I like to have conversations, not only just with my friends, but with people I don't know. And of course, have my own thoughts. And I like to think about what it's like, get other people's perspectives and put it all together and throw it on a video. So we went out and we talked about it. How is life nowadays going out? And some of the thoughts we had and some of the conversations that went about were we've slowed down a lot. We have slowed down a whole lot. We're not as thrilled or excited to run around from bar to bar, get wasted, just drink, 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 and just go nonstop. And partly because I guess you could say our bodies can't take it anymore. And that may or may not be true for some people. But the recovery process, for one, that's the most difficult part. I remember being 25 years old, we could go out all night on a random Wednesday night. It didn't even matter. And I could wake up the next day, go to work or go to class or whatever it is I needed to do and not have a single problem. Everything was cool. It was good. Do it again the very next night. No problems at all. And we talked about that. It's not the same. It's harder to do that. And there may be some times that you can, but you don't necessarily like it because you know after you go out or after all of that, you're going to be tired. You're going to be wore out. You're going to be exhausted. You're not going to feel good. And it sucks going to work. It sucks doing these things, not feeling good, right? It's just, I think you're more responsible, I guess you could say, right? Another thing that we noticed as well is when we were in our 20s going out, it was just nonstop dancing. You know, we'd go to the club for hours on hours on hours, and we would drink and drink and drink, but we would also dance and dance and dance. We're also up moving around nonstop, hanging out, having a good time, talking and talking and talking, and we're just always on your feet. And when you go out these days, there's not many places that you can do that, at least that I know of. You know, maybe I've outgrown those things, so I just don't know of a lot of places that can do that. But when I do go out, the majority of places that I see or go out to, they're more of a lounge, right? It's more of a casual, laid back to where not everybody's on the dance floor dancing, but you're all posted up on some sections or some tables, and you're sitting there and just maybe talking that way. It's all about buying bottles and things along those lines. And I don't find that quite as fun anymore. Or maybe it's not as interactive as I'd like it to be. If I want to sit around and drink and listen to loud music, I could do that in my living room. You know, I could just go to a bar. Just go to the bar, have a TV on, hang out, get some drinks, eat some wings or something like that. Why would I want to go get super dressed up, try to look all nice, right? Just to go sit down on a couch in a lounge that's full of smoke and loud music, dark. I don't feel like there's much excitement to that. Me personally. Now you may feel it differently. I'm not sure, right? But the people I was talking to, and we were all in our 30s, every last one of us. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us there. And all 7 of us, you know, kind of had some thoughts behind that. And another thing that kind of bothers us going out at this age is it's not cheap. And I don't know if that's part to do with inflation, or maybe we're just more mindful with our money, or things have just changed so drastically. Like I mentioned before, when you go out to a club nowadays, it's a lot of sections and seating areas. And in order to sit in those areas, you have to pay. And even just get into the club, right? You know, you'll take an Uber if you don't want to drive to be safe, and the Uber is going to be crazy expensive. Or if you do drive, you don't plan on drinking much or don't plan on drinking at all, you'll drive there, and just getting there is going to cost you money. Just paying to park is expensive. Excuse me. I have a cat, as you can clearly see, and she doesn't care that I like to make videos, but part of the life, right? So yeah, just getting to the location is going to cost you money. You have to pay to actually park. I went out one time and it cost me $50 to park near the lounge I was going out to. And that was like the first time I had been out in probably some months. And I was just mind blown, to be really honest with you. Like, why am I paying so much money to park somewhere? It doesn't make any sense. Just to go to an establishment, right? And I'm parking in your parking lot and you want me to pay to park there and then pay to get in. And then once I get in, I got to pay some more for drinks that are outrageously priced. It's crazy. So in part of that, we kind of discuss what does going out look like, right? And that's kind of what it looks like. You're paying to park, you're paying to get in, you're paying a minimum $15 for a drink. And if you want good drinks, you're probably paying like $20 plus for a drink. And at that point, you're 2 or 3 drinks in, you're like, they're watered down. So you're probably not even really feeling quite good yet. And it just doesn't seem quite worth it to me anymore. I want to go out and I want to dance. I want to have a good time. I want to have gone home and be like, man, that was awesome. I don't want to be sitting there at a table yawning halfway through the night because I'm just sitting there. That doesn't sound exciting to me. If I want to do that, which I'd prefer to sit around if I'm going to be drinking and stuff, I'll do that at home. I'll go down the street to the Mexican restaurant, have some margaritas, some tacos, some enchiladas. That's a better time for me. That's more value for my dollar. Let's see, what else? It was some really good conversations. You know, one of the girls, she was talking about how in her undergrad days and even in her graduate days that she would just bar hop. And it was a great time. She loved it, just going bar to bar to bar. But what started to bother her was after doing that for so long, it just didn't feel the same. Like I mentioned before, like, you know, you have a job to go to, you have work, you have a career, and you're talking to people and you're talking to grown adults about situations in life. And, you know, you see people that are older than you, or maybe your same age, and they're moving forward with their career and you're still sitting here bar hopping. At some point in time, it's time to mature a little bit. It's time to grow up. So that being said, what age is too old to go to the club? I don't know. I don't think there's a set age. But you got to know your limits. You got to know when you're going too much. I don't think anybody wants to be 40-something years old just nonstop going to the club all the time. I'm not sure how great of a life that is. That wouldn't be fun for me if you ask me. So as you see, I was just out hanging out. And don't get me wrong, I'm actually going to go ahead and go out again here in a little bit. But I'm probably going to go take a couple-hour nap, relax for a little bit, and then we're going to go out. And it's all because of a celebration of my friend's birthday. To be really honest with you, I'd rather sit back home, watch the fight tonight, and chill out. That's just my vibes these days. Especially when it's cold outside. Kick your feet up, light the fireplace, drink some wine or some beer, sip on some whiskey. It just sounds a lot more appealing to me, you know? And for those that I know and I've been cool with, it's kind of the same vibe. That's a little bit more appealing. You're not as off the walls and bouncy and energetic as you were in your 20s. You're not. And it's not that you're old, because I'm 35 years old. I do not feel old whatsoever. Now, when I talk to some 25-year-olds or 21, 22, 23, maybe, but really it's because of the mindset, right? You get to a certain point in time in your life where your mind is just somewhere else. You're thinking more long-term. As you're younger, you think very short-term. You think about what's next, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, quick, in and out, have a good time. But as you get older, you're more mindful with your time because you know time's limited. Life is valuable. There's things that you want to do in your life that if you constantly spend it going out and partying too much, you're going to miss out on other opportunities. You're not going to be able to get the work done that you want to get done. You may not be able to go to the gym as consistently as you would like to go to the gym. There's just a lot of things that play into that. Let's say you have kids and you're constantly trying to go, well, how are you going to take care of your kids? You're going to be hungover trying to take care of your kids. That ain't it. Trust me, that ain't it. I've tried it. I've been hungover trying to take care of my son, and oh my goodness, it is not fun whatsoever. So you learn, you grow, you become more mindful with your time. And yeah, we could say it's because you're in your 30s or you're getting older, but you're just more mature. You look at life differently. I love life. I love having a good time. And I go on spurts where I'll go to homecoming. Those of you that went to school know about homecoming, especially HBCUs like I went to. Shout out to Bethune-Cookman. Homecoming is all about going out, partying, having a good time. But that's once a year. That's one weekend out of the year. You know, celebrate a birthday. Okay. Celebrate somebody's promotion. Okay. There's different things that you can celebrate. There's different times where you can go out and have a good time. Maybe you're going on vacation. I like to do that. I like to spend my time partying and having a good time when I'm somewhere where I don't live. And I'm out of the country or in a different city and enjoying those experiences. To me, that's more fun than constantly going out in the same place that I live, to the same bars, seeing the same people, doing the same thing over and over and over again. One, it's just not good for your health. Two, it's not good for your pockets. And three, we just got better things to do with our time. We got better things to do with our time. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you think? How's going out in your 30s? Let's talk about it. Comment below. Hopefully hit a like, subscribe. You know, I'd love to hop on video with somebody else. Let's talk about what you see out there in your 30s. One of my friends, he's single, and he was telling me about dating in his 30s. And that's a whole different subject. Mind you, going out is tough, but try going out and dating. Oh, I could only imagine. It's got to be rough. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all enjoyed. See y'all next time.